Ooh, okay, so this is one of those long questions. So bear with me. Okay, so it says, how do I best deal with negative comments and criticism? What made me decide to put myself out there, and what motivated me to start modeling? Not motivated, because no one wants to motivate when they operate. Let me see. I guess the first question about negative comments and criticisms. I pretty much try not to put a lot of stock in them, depending on where they come from. Context is very important to me. Yeah, who it is. I have a pretty small circle of friends, and sorry, my nose. Okay, so pretty small circle of friends and respected colleagues that kind of hold in high esteem. And also, if I didn't really ask for the opinion, I'm not gonna go, oh, ooh, you know, whether it's constructive or not. I mean, because if it's a constructive criticism, tongue twister, not really, but I don't know, I'm messing up words today. But if it's constructive, you know, I'll consider it, you know, but then I'd actually have to be open to finding a flaw or looking for help with something. Usually, with most people, I think, if they're not looking for help or advice or anything like that, then they're pretty much not going to be open to the critique. And they usually get defensive. I don't. I kind of ignore a lot of things I don't care about. Well, sometimes I'm in a debatable mood and I'll humor it, but usually if it doesn't matter, it's kind of not worth spending time on. We have so little time on this planet to sit here and argue secular points, especially when no one's really willing to budge. It's a waste of time. Did it a lot when I was younger, and frankly, it takes away from, you know, joyous times, because I don't enjoy arguing with people. I enjoy learning and, you know, having a debate that's going to a particular point, either swaying this way or that way. But otherwise, it's a waste of time, a waste of effort. And let me see what made me decide to put myself out there. Well, if I don't put myself out there, especially if this, you know, this whole modeling thing, is what I want to do, you know, there's no one to do it for you. And I don't know, there's not much of a handbook or a guide on it too. I don't know why I'm changing colors. Guess the sun is coming out. But there's not really a whole handbook or guidebook. Sometimes you can get a bit of advice from other models and, excuse me, and all that, but for the most part you're kind of on your own, and if you don't decide to market yourself in some sort of fashion, then no one will know you exist. And if they don't know you exist, there can't be a demand for you. You'll ultimately fail if you don't try to at least become visible in some way, shape, or form. And my motivation for modeling, I was actually asked by someone on MySpace, this was a long time ago. Sorry, I don't remember your name, but if you're watching this, hey, what's up? But someone on MySpace suggested fetish modeling, and I did a bunch of Google searches on what that was, found a bunch of alt stuff, a bunch of cosplay stuff, and like, this is actually kind of interesting. You know, before that, I was only exposed to maybe a bit of the whole, everyone knows about fashion models, so that, and, you know, the urban butt model thing, which never really, I was never really interested in that. I mean, not too much. Plus, every time I apply to those, they say my butt's not big enough anyway. Like, you have to have 40 inches of butt, and I only have about 35, maybe less now, because I've been working out, so I might have lost more weight. And for me to get 40 inches of butt, I would have to gain weight in probably the most unhealthy fashion. It's not like, I don't know. So I guess I just don't have the look for that, ironically. But, you know, and butt shots are just, like, just the gratuitous butt shot, not interesting to me in front of a wheel or a car. I'd rather be climbing some weird thing where I'm like, this is scary, but it's interesting and it might create something that I've never seen before or just something really badass. So I'd rather do, you know, something that's a challenge or something that's just going to be shocking or beautiful, something that might stick with people a little bit longer than interchangeable body parts. So I guess that's probably what keeps me doing it. And essentially at the start of it too, you know, my self-esteem was not the best. It was kind of shit. Oops, sorry, poop. I don't want to make this not accessible to the masses. I don't want to get recorded again, so I'll keep the potty mouth shut. But yeah, my self-esteem was not very good when I started. I could go into all the reasons for that, but then we'd be here for another 10 minutes. So I'd say it's helped that as well. You know, it's nice to have someone, ooh, little hairs, you know, someone appreciate your beauty and what you have to offer, as there's not a ton of venues for that for us darkies. So you know, it's much easier to search black women and find people fighting and a lot of negative shit versus, you know, someone like me who's a bit awkward and a bit of a nerd and I'm into, you know, stuff that's not typically what black women are supposed to do. So, you know, you kind of get left off to this weird side place. I think until you kind of reach into yourself and find that, hey, maybe it's okay that you're different, you know. And I think this kind of spearheaded and pushed me in that direction of, you know, acceptance, self-acceptance. Words, these are words. And, you know, which is never a bad thing. I don't know if it does that for everyone, but it's done that for me. It's definitely been a positive and awesome thing. So I guess that is about it. I enjoyed answering your question, Mr. Urban Gentry. Thank you for sending it. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll get more awesome questions soon. And yeah, I will talk to you all on the flip side. Ciao. Oh, and oh no, that was it. Damn it. I fucked up my ending. Okay, I'll end with this.